Hey, everybody. Before we start this wonderfully amazing episode of Talking Shit, I just want to bring up a couple things for you. Just to remind you, if you're a big fan of the show and you love the show and you want our DVDs, our CDs, our posters, our T-shirts, go to JimandEddieTalkShit.com. That is the best place to find everything. That is the center of the Talking Shit network. You go there, you find everything. You find our show, you find our YouTube page, our Facebook page. You can email us from it. If you email us, it's JimandEddie@yahoo.com. JimandEddie@yahoo.com. You can also donate money that helps the show keep going. You can buy shit there. You can buy T-shirts. Whatever you want to do, go there. There's pictures. We always post pictures from the show on there, and you can link to everything, read our Twitter feeds, do everything. We got two new shows now. We have the Mongcast, which is all the Mongtourage from our show. They do their own show now, which talks about our show and other shit that goes on between them. We have a new Twitter feed at Talkin' Shit News. Anything you want to know about the shows, it's TalkinShitNews. So go to that. And now just fucking listen for the greatest episode ever recorded tonight.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit.
What do you want me to do? I'll delete my part.
Right.
I
so
thought
then the movie wasn't
I thought
for
the
you.
monster was the worst actor.
Well, I did voice the monster also, Jim, so I guess.
Now, did that monster, did it fall from the sky at that scene at the end? Was that what that was meant to be?
It was either that or it might have been the Tagarodu satellite that fell.
What's that got to do with it?
I think Jim has seen every film and cartoon and TV show
Have you seen everything?
Yeah, I
Ever.
watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah?
You amaze
Well, you know
me.
why? Because he can't watch any stand-up.
Yeah.
He just sits at home and he's like, well, I guess I'll watch Cloverfield again. What's that last thing at the end?
I don't mean that about. I'm like it amazes me your
I just
bank
remember-
of knowledge.
I remember things.
You do, you might have a photographic memory.
It's amazing that you have such a great memory for someone who drinks so much. I'll say that.
That's weird too.
I've got a funny story about when you were in Cloverfield. I was booking the Improv at the time. And
Why were you the robot in the background the whole time?
No one's gonna get that. No one's gonna get that.
And your manager called. I think it was Lieberman over at 3 Hours, and he called and was like, "You guys got to start headlining TJ. He's starring in Cloverfield." And so I'm like,
Starring
"Oh, really?"
meaning holding the camera.
So we go and we kind of bring it up and watch it. And yeah, TJ's the guy who's holding the camera the whole time. He's in 4 seconds of the movie.
He calls back later. He's like, "Hey, you got to book TJ. He's the DP of Cloverfield." I mean, yeah. So it's.
I didn't think She's Out of Your League was that bad.
Yeah, I thought it was actually a pretty funny movie.
It's not a bad film.
But
It was
see,
pretty funny.
I have a big thing where it's.
I watched that on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's that great scene where he tries to get off the plane. He says "fuck you" to everybody, but he can't. That's funny.
yeah.
What's the movie with you and Neil Brennan?
He was in
The
the TSA
Goods.
in that film.
No, you were.
You're in the goods.
No.
Oh, sorry. Get into the Greek.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fucking. I thought that's a really funny film.
That's really funny.
Get Him to the Greek's a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's in that.
Neil Brennan's not going to get him to the Greek.
Neil
Yeah,
Brennan
he
is
tries
in
to
it.
stab me.
Oh yeah,
He does stab me. What am I talking
That's
about?
right, because you're in Vegas and you were the guy who does the drug deal. Oh, that yeah.
But I mean, you look at my filmography, and it's not particularly impressive one way or another.
Yeah, there's a weird show.
The very funny
show.
Danny Boy, Whitney Cummings, and you. Oh my, and Nick
Where's that?
Thune, the Asian guy. Like,
No, Nick's funny.
Nick Thune, the Asian guy.
But Nick's funny.
Hey,
But I
Mitch,
like you
Mitch,
say that.
Mitch, what's his name?
Fattel?
Fattel. Is he a good guy?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
All right, because I heard him on
I don't know.
Howard, and I was on the fence. I heard him on Howard Stern.
Was he talking about how he's a swinger now?
He's talking about how he's a swinger, and he had his girlfriend on, and there was
See, I didn't want to talk about that. I've known that, and I didn't think it was out there because when he came to Australia, they were telling me that he was like, he'd say, seat all the good-looking people up front,
Really?
guys and girls.
Is his fiance hot? Howard was talking like
the
she was
picture.
really.
The picture was on Twitter. Howard twittered it.
So wait a second. So he and his girlfriend have sex with other couples.
Yeah.
I don't think that's so weird.
I don't think it's.
I don't think.
amazingly
I
weird,
think it
no.
would be good if I could be there with like I'm there with the chick.
No, but he said on
I
Howard.
feel like you guys have done something
and my
weirder in the last
girlfriend's
2 weeks.
No. Here's how I'd like a swinger thing. I'd like to be there with the other girl, and then my girlfriend's like not there, and then her boyfriend's not there, And
No,
That's
but
called
he
cheating.
was
Yeah,
saying
that's
on,
cheating.
he was saying on Howard that he has sex with they have threesomes with another girl, but he's not ready for her to have another guy in the relationship. Well, my opinion.
that's
on
not
that.
swinging.
That's the cake
threesome.
situation.
I once had a threesome with a guy and a girl, and we picked this stripper up, and I don't want to, how do I say this? And we were having sex, and we were doing doggy style. But he was a fan of mine. I met him at the gig, this guy, and he stared into my eyes the entire time.
See, that'll ruin the whole
right?
thing.
And that's how Jim and I met.
Hang on.
You were the girl.
But then, and I was just looking at him in the eyes going, no, don't stare, right?
But you can't really say it.
He pulls out, he drops his load on her back, and as he's coming, he goes, Jim Jeffries, I can't believe it. Like, he was just so happy that I was in the room.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, fucking, yeah.
When I first
She must have felt great about that moment.
when I first moved to Australia, I stayed at a friend of a friend's place, and I just went over to like kind of see Australia and maybe do some gigs. And my friend goes, "Oh, stay at my house." He didn't tell me that his friend was a swinger and had basically had a swingers club that he ran out of his house. So I went out with them the first night, partied, everything was good. They're like, "Yeah, bring those chicks back." Some crazy shit happened. The next couple nights I went and did some gigs. I come back one night, I walk in the house, and there's a full-fledged swingers party going on with just everybody butt naked fucking everywhere. Just everywhere. And
Did you get in on it?
well, it was weird because I walked into it just like, the fuck is going on? Like,
You're not prepared.
yeah, it was just odd. So I walk out and a lot of them are in the hot tub, and that's where the guy that owned the house was. I got to the hot tub, and I'm like, I just keep laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And some girl comes to the edge of the hot tub, and she goes, "I'm supposed to do this to you." And she just grabs my cock out of my pants and just starts like tugging out. And everyone's standing like staring, and I'm just like embarrassed. But I'm like, this is fucking weird. I don't know.
I'd have no problem.
Could you get an erection?
No, I
Because
couldn't.
Mitch was
Yeah, you
saying
can't.
Mitch was saying that he can't get an erection if there's two couples. If there's another guy in the room, he hasn't been able to get an erection yet. And he said this on the radio. So I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, but Jim, you've also told us when you watch porn, there couldn't be enough cocks in the room.
I once was involved in this orgy, and I'll tell you how this played out. I was once involved in this orgy, and I was in, I won't say the place because everyone will know who the guy I'm talking about was in England. So I meet these girls, and then there was a guy who was there who was just like the bloke that had bags of Coke. And he was like, "I'm Coke guy," right? And we were like, well, we got him involved. Then there was another black guy who was there who I knew, who was, and he sort of just muscled his way in like, "Oh, I'm in. Right?
Something tells me I'm going to be hearing about someone's dick soon.
Right, so anyway, fucking, I'm the bait that got them all in. The girls all wanted to talk to me, and then I go, because I'm in this shitty part of England, which I won't say where it is, because then everyone will figure out who I'm talking about. The fucking, that's even enough information. Anyway, so then we go back. I'm in a staying. This is like early on in my comedy career. I'm in a fucking like backpackers, which is like a thin room with like a couple of bunk beds in it. Like, it's
yeah,
not even
the
like
worst.
a hotel room. It's horrible. No TV or anything. So we go back to this room. So there's three guys.
That's your biggest problem. No TV.
Yeah, there's
How are you supposed to have an orgy without a TV?
There's three guys and three girls. And the Coke guy, very good looking. Really, really good looking. And the black guy...
Was he good looking just because he had Coke, Jim, and you wanted it?
No, he was a really just and like
That's what every girl
he
says.
had
The more
that.
I snorted, the
He-
better he looked.
He had that Brad Pitt Fight Club body,
Yeah.
right? Which is what I reference all bodies from.
Just cut and beaten out.
So we start all doing coke, and then it's like, all right, game on. Now, two of the girls very doable. One of them, and then it's like, all right, let's do this. And we all get naked, and it becomes very obvious at that moment that I'm the ugliest person in the room. like not by a little bit, like substantially more ugly than the other two men and all three of the girls.
So wait a minute. So you are the fat girl from your Montreal threesome story.
I am the reason they came, but not the reason that they came to the thing. Right.
You're the reason they came.
I'm the reason they actually showed up, and
not the reason that they came.
I organised everything, right? So I had everyone back there. You were the
opener.
Never told this story in public.
You were the opener. They were supposed to be the closers.
I have never told this story apart from a couple of people because the guy these two guys probably are listening to this. Anyway, so they are both looking at the guy breaks out all the coke, right? So we're all doing that. The girls are all naked. One girl's as slutty as fuck and got a few tats and but a really good body, and one girl's a bit more innocent. Then one girl's a bit chunky, but just this is I'm gonna have sex.
But with the best personality.
Not even that. She had the weakest of all the personalities.
You should have killed her.
And so, and so there was a bit so we all sort of get into it a bit, but the coke guy can't get an erection, right? Because he's been taking coke all night. And the black guy had fucked something, come really quickly, and then he was done. And he's just sitting in the corner just trying to make his big, massive cock work again. And so I'm standing there with an outstanding erection. My erection hasn't faltered. I don't get stage fright. I'm not bothered. And the three girls around the good-looking guy's cock just praying for it to work. Right? Just all wanking it off please. And I'm
come back. Come back. Lassie, come home.
No, but he hadn't even started working yet. They're all working. And I'm I'm ready. I'm ready for when anyone's ready.
Yeah, you should have done.
Put me in, coach.
Snuck up behind him and put your dick under his legs.
And then they just sort of pushed the fat girl over to me, and I went, okay. And so I banged her while staring at the hot girl.
I'll bet she'll like to listen to this.
Just keeping my focus on the hot girl. When you see a dog fucking a shoe and it's staring at another dog. Anyway, right, so I'm...
Hold on. Yes. Okay, keep going.
So I'm fucking the fact I'm staring at the hot girl, and then that seems to get the cokey guy working a little bit. So she's off sucking him off. Then I finished on that bird, and then I sort of think to myself, I've still got an erection. Everyone else has faltered out, right?
You're going to divert.
I am just pestering the good-looking girl in the corner. Not even
So how do you
subtly,
do that, though?
Not even subtly, hey, we're the only two that seem to want to keep going. I was please?
No, really? And what did she say?
Please, you were up for it before you saw me naked.
What did she say?
I think she gave me half a blowjob. I got cranky and kicked everyone out. And then I went to sleep and had a wank again after that.
See, but what I think is great is that's a real orgy.
Yeah,
the orgies in pornography are yeah, this is amazing, this is awesome. The real orgy is you after half a blowjob being guys, everyone leave. Okay, I'm tired and I need a wank. And that's what we call it.
Yeah.
This is all about Jim.
Jim's
not getting pussy. He's taking his kickball, and you're all going home.
That's it. Leave me alone in here in my room where there's no TV.
I was orgy wallpaper.
You were a wallflower in an orgy.
Yeah, you can tell that's not material because it wasn't very funny.
No,
but it was interesting.
No, I felt like I was there.
It's both real and
I was fucking
I think
the
it's
hot
pretty
girl.
funny, especially the idea of you being when a dog's fucking a shoe. We've all seen that.
You know what,
And
though?
they're staring down another dog. I've never been. The closest I got, I was.
TJ, are you gonna Twitter that Jim was misogynistic?
Oh yeah, for sure. And he bumped me. I was trying to do a story, and he bumped me and told his hour-long story.
I get him to wear the Jim Jeffries mask while I spit on their face.
You're spitting yourself.
Where is the Jim Jeffries?
Yeah, the closest I ever got, I was in a really
How
good.
creepy is this?
Oh my god, that is real weird. Oh man, this makes for great podcast. Holy shit, listeners, you wouldn't believe this if you were able to see it.
Our show should be the podcast that
Well,
we'd be
thing
good if you
is-
could see us.
The thing is, this was an actual thing. Someone sent this to me.
That's so scary.
I didn't make this.
You think- 'cause
There's
your
someone actually
smile
sent
on
this
it.
to it.
Well,
But you know what the weird thing is? I don't remember when that photograph was taken.
Look how they cut your eyes too.
you'll never know.
They
And when
made
you
one
wear
eye
it
like
on
a
your
slit.
forehead like that, it looks like the craziest thing you could ever imagine.
One eye is a slit and the other is like a big hole.
Oh my god!
What happened was I was waiting for Jason to come home, who's the guy that used to live with us, and I was planning for it all day. And then when he opened the door, because I knew he'd be stoned, I danced around with the mask on and did the thing, right? And then he was going, stop it, it's freaking me out. And then I took the mask off and I'd shaved a Hitler moustache in.
That's better.
Can I put that on? Can I put that on the Facebook page?
What?
You were before. We were like, don't put that up. I've got a Hitler mustache. I'm like, I think you have a lot worse things.
Oh, you've got that on video?
Yeah, you were like, oh, I don't know. That could get me in trouble in Hollywood. You called your DVD Alcoholocaust.
No,
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
let me see the
man.
footage. Let me see the footage. I haven't seen it for. I didn't know. I forgot you videotaped it.
Yeah.
But see, listen. I would never. I remember hearing a joke. I think we were in Montreal, and you did a bit that I love and repeat to people, which I think some people thought was misogynistic, but I think it was. It was the one about, girls are. If you don't get an erection, all the girls can sort of get down on you about it. But if you wake up and you're trying to start something with a girl, and she's like, I'm not wet right now. It's like, well, that's your fucking problem. And I love that so much. So it's like, it's so weird to me when people are like, oh, quit defending people. Anyone can be misogynistic if they want to. I'm like, yeah, one of my favorite bits.
I've got a misogynistic bit at the moment, which gets more booze than anything I've done. But I think it's quite possibly my best joke, which is, I'd love to be gay. I get along with men. I'm a man's man. Men like me. I like men. I don't like women. Women hate me. The only reason I couldn't be gay is because I could never fuck a man. Because I could never fuck something that I respect.
Yeah, see? I'm into that.
That's not
Just as long as
misogynistic.
you tear into the...
I think it's funny that there's, and I've said this before, and people like criticize. There's a word misogynistic for men hating women, but there's no word for women that hate men other than lesbian. And
They use the word feminist, but feminist is
no.
empowering.
There is a word. If you look it up, there is some kind of word. But look, the fact that we have to fucking look it up.
No, I don't,
it's never
I don't
used.
think there is a word. Because
There
I've
is a
looked
word.
down this avenue before.
There is a word for women that hate men. It's like the opposite. Just look up antonym of misogynist.
I was waiting for a cunt joke there.
No, women that hate men. It's called women.
Here it is. Misandry.
Yeah, there it is.
Misandry.
Misandry. Oh, I love misandry position.
Misandrist. It would be a misandrist.
Maybe it's misandry.
It would be a misandrist because that's like misogyny,
These
misandry.
fucking misandrous.
Oh, I'm going to use that on stage. I was chatting to this
should.
misandrist. And I'm going to go.
Misandrist.
I'm going to go. You women don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Because you're fucking stupid.
I'm sure you hate me for saying that. You fucking misandrous.
Jim's not joking. He will tell.
Oh, I believe it.
He
No
just
one
did
here
a
is
new
doubting
bit right
it.
there.
No one's doubting
And he
it at
wonders
all.
why he's got fucking nodules on his throat.
But
You're
I do-
fucking
listen.
stupid, you cunts.
I just feel like women are trying to be men and women nowadays, and they should just be women.
I know. Look at Machete.
Again, the perfect podcast for all visual jokes.
You know what I needed at that orgy? Machete. just as a benchmark. Like
No,
just to go,
but
huh?
but here's the problem. You know what would happen?
I'm not,
You know what happened?
machete.
Here's what would happen, Jim. You would have been there with your huge erection. You'd be like, look, I'm not Machete, but he wouldn't have been able to get an erection. Everybody would have been around him going, come on, Machete, let's
on.
get that. Let's get that knife hard.
Because women,
Let's cut through the jungle.
women want what they can't have.
Yeah, everyone likes Mexican.
And anyone can have you. Women want what they can't have, and anyone can have
You were
me.
too eager at the orgy.
Oh!
See, that's the problem. Yeah, you can't go over to a girl in an orgy and go, please, please.
You got to play hard to get.
Like an orphan from Oliver Twist. Please, sir.
You got to stand up
Please,
in an
miss.
orgy and be like, I'm not fucking anyone here. And then everyone would have fucked you, even Machete.
I mean, I almost had a threesome. One girl was on ecstasy, but we didn't have a condom, so we couldn't do it. And then the girl that was on ecstasy was like, I want you guys
Why
to.
would that be a problem?
She goes,
Yeah, like, how do you
well,
do it?
it was the girl's problem.
right.
And the
Still.
girl on ecstasy goes, hey, well, you guys should both have sex on top of me. And I was like, that's a great way to begin something that's going to end up being amazing. And then we didn't have the condom, and I was kind of trying to convince them, like, okay, well, we can get something going. And then her mother
I
walked
would have
in.
taped saran wrap around my cock.
Do you use condoms every time?
I can't imagine. What's that?
You a condom user? You use
Condom.
condom, yeah.
Are you a condom user? Yes, I use condoms. No, I mean, I try and use them as much as I can. You know what I don't? I have a policy. I'll never use them with a guy. If I'm with a man, I don't use them because
Because
I
you can
respect
trust them. You can
Because
trust them. They're not going to lie to you.
Stop
You know,
being
it's the bros code.
stop being a misandrist.
I try to use them, but I can't come with one anymore. So it's tricky. It's a tricky operation.
You know what you got to do?
What
You
I
got to
do
start
is-
masturbating with a condom on.
What I do is I put a box of condoms on the side of the bed so the girl thinks that I normally use them, so I'm safe not to use one with.
You are such a scumbag.
I think what I'm going to start doing, is I'm going to start saying, "Do you want to use a condom?"
Yeah.
And then the girls gonna be like, "What's that?" And I'm gonna be like, "Nothing," and then just fuck them right away.
Or here's the best thing: just take your condoms, cut the top off them, roll it on. They think you rolled it on. There's nothing at the top. You're just
It's only
wearing
at the
like
bottom.
a fucking cock ring at the bottom. They think it's on
Now, do you guys use cock ring?
That's
have you
really
done that?
creepy.
every time.
Every time. Have you guys ever? Do you use a cock ring? Have you ever used
No,
that?
No, I don't like them. I've used one, but I'm not a big fan.
TJ, I did your show last week at the Pleasure Chest.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I did your show.
Thank
and,
you for doing
I
it.
heard he did a gig in a sex shop for
Yeah,
you.
that's his gig.
Yeah.
Why have you got a gig in a sex shop? Why are you at the stage of your career where you want to run gigs?
Well,
I hate running gigs.
First of all, because I keep getting bumped at the Laugh Factory. No, but it's it's a
What
fun
is it with
show.
sex
I
shops? You know when you go to
co-produce it
sex
with
shop
this
and
other
you
It's
doing
a
a
fun
gig?
show. It's better than a gig at the Laugh Factory. Like you go in, it's an audience of like 100 people that want to listen to
Oh,
comedy.
I'm not saying it's a bad gig.
No,
I
it's a great gig.
It's a pain in the
'cause
ass running gigs.
Oh,
You-
running
you
it,
re-
so.
It is a pain in the ass, but I got this kid, Eli Olsberg, is very, very funny and a great guy, great work ethic. He sort of helps me produce the show, and he, it's
free
He
beer.
found the space. It's free beer, $5. It's a lot of fun. It's every other Tuesday. We're gonna make it every Tuesday. But for me, I want to build it to a place where it can be a place where you can drop in and try new material. And so, and that's interesting to me. So, and I also think like it's weird when you get to a point when you don't need to produce shows and you used to. So you're not really contributing to the scene anymore. You're just kind of dropping in and taking stage time.
Sure.
So that's the reason. But it's
Now,
not,
the problem with the show
also, I
is
get a 25% discount on dildos.
we can get you better than that.
Take it or leave
Really?
it.
25% off a rubber cock. That's 3/4 of a cock, people.
Walking around that store was like I've been in sex shops before many times looking for directions, but like
So
life
weird. Hold on.
That's so weird.
Why
Why
would
would you?
you-
Why would you do that? I go in there to buy porn and dildos.
life
Yeah.
changing. No, like the cock rings. The
Should go to a map store.
the size of the cock rings, like the fact there's no fucking way they had cock rings that are like that big, and unless
Yeah.
you're putting your nutsack.
No,
through
but
it
you're meant
too-
to put your nutsack through as
You are
well.
Oh,
meant to
you
put it
are?
through, yeah. You put your dick. Here's how you do it. Because the first one I ever got had a diagram.
Sound like you're about
There's
to sing
one-
the hell.
there's
You
ones
put
that
You
are
got
in
to
a-
put your
your
balls
dick
in
in.
first,
There's one
and then you
that-
bend your limp dick through, and you push it through, and then you wait until you get an erection, and it keeps the blood in your penis.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
It's
I
not
get- I
terrifying.
get a panic attack.
No, no.
There's
I'd be afraid
also
my cock would
there's
never
also
go
I
in.
have
the,
to use it.
the figure 8 ones where
I
you
have to use it.
Really?
Do you really?
Listen to what I'm saying on the podcast.
Yeah.
I have to have it.
Why do
I
you?
can't get an erection.
Why do you lose erections?
When I lose them, I mean, I never have them.
Like,
There's
oh,
none. There's
fuck
none to be
off.
lost.
Fuck, I'm going to believe you.
I get too uncomfortable. You know.
Okay, wait. More
See,
questions.
look, there's a double.
Where
No, there's a figure 8 one. I've used the one that goes over the top and then goes down and around your balls.
You ever use the one that goes around your balls, your dick, and then it goes up and around your shoulders? It's not much use for sex, but they can lift you up on a crane in it.
That's the one that I use. It's got a little bullet bit on it, so the
and
girl
you get,
likes it.
and you get half price when you go to the Hofbrauhaus in Munich. Question.
Do you really have to use that?
This is, you know what's funny is Jim,
Where's the
I feel like
pizza?
you've never not had an erection. Yeah. And I mean,
This is a guy
I
who
don't
jerks
know,
off 3 to 5 times a day, every
I
day.
can't.
Every day, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. When I'm finally able to have an erection,
I
with
have
a
them
girl,
on coke and on pills and on alcohol.
I mean, I've tried all those things. No, I feel like sometimes I don't. That's why I'm not big into one night stands because I don't want to
Because
explain
it takes
to
you
a
2
girl.
days to get ready.
No, because I don't want to explain to a girl.
You don't want to bring the
That's sort of
equipment?
what I think is funny about, so many women, if you can't get an erection with them, they're like, "Oh God, what is your problem? What are you, gay or something?"
Yeah.
And there's no tactful
There's no
way
easy
to be
way to
like,
tell 'em yes.
You're not good looking. It's not. I'm not. I have seen and slept with women that are better looking than you. Well, so you're polite. You're a nice guy, and you're like, yeah, I feel uncomfortable. I don't know. I guess maybe it's not working for me. And then they go and they tell all their friends, like, oh God, this guy's such a loser. And it's like, no, you did. Once you were naked, you were the Jim Jeffries of the orgy.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it is weird. Good-looking girls can ruin you. Like if you fuck a few tens and then the rest of the world's downhill, you just, oh my God. When I was young, so much younger than before, when I was like 17, 18, I'd fuck like birds that were really sloppy looking and still be like over the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Just a naked chick.
But see, weirdly for me, it's not always. It isn't. That is the case sometimes. But
Hot
sometimes,
or dirty.
sometimes it's like it's just if I have a problem if they're not funny or if I know that the conversation the next morning is going to be terrible. I just get too in my head. So I put a cock ring on. I put a cock ring on, and I will fuck the shit out of any dude within 50 feet.
No, but the cock ring, does that give you an erection? Are you off with the cock ring?
No. You got to put the cock ring on, and then you got to get the erection. So it's just to
Do you,
help.
do you have to buy the lube shooter too? They had a lube shooter there, and I was like, I didn't know you need to shoot.
Do you masturbate with lube? I never masturbate
No,
with
I
lube.
do try.
No, I don't. But see, the problem is, how many times a day do you masturbate? You
About
say?
3.
And what about you, Eddie?
Like a couple times a week at the most.
I like at the most. I mean,
I used
it's
to
got to
get
be a
every
real
day.
crazy week
That's
for me
not
to
right.
do it more than
when
once.
I'm on the road and I'm alone every day. But
Yeah, that's true for sure.
Yeah, but I'm always on the road. My career's more successful, so I masturbate a lot.
But I mean, I think if you masturbate more than 3 times or 4 times a day without lube, which I've been known to do.
Yeah, you abrasions.
On the internet. Yeah, you get those abrasions. So I feel like the people that are doing it with lube or lotion they're just smarter and more respectful.
It takes
of
me
their
a
own
lot
Yeah,
game.
you
to
gotta
come
clean
now.
up
It really
then.
takes me a lot to come. Like I'm on the teetering on the edge of coming for a long time.
Well, but that's
Wonder why.
that's one thing that I've heard you say on stage, which is that when you've done as so much fucked up shit as you've done,
Yeah.
it makes it more difficult to come.
yeah.
you build
And
a
I-
tolerance.
But see, this
Yeah,
is the
I can
thing.
see that.
This is the
I
thing is
understand
like
that.
you see these guys that have been married for like, and they've got like 10 kids, and it's like, oh well, they're Catholic, they don't use condoms. I go, condoms or no condoms? Who's fucking coming after seeing 9 kids fall out of your wife? Like I appreciate you still fucking the chick, but like, for me to conceive a child, even now, because I'd have to know the girl for a few months. The only way, the only way I could conceive a child is I would masturbate in the corner, and when I'd get close, I'd run into her.
I mean, I think
Beautiful how life is, really.
But I've definitely-
sunrise, sunset.
I feel like that's where religion comes into play. After a woman's had 5 or 6 kids, it's sort of God that's pushing you to have her push out another child.
Yeah, because God wants the world to be overpopulated and for us all to die.
Yeah, well,
Because he's mysterious.
he is. It's a mystery. He works in mysterious ways. But yeah, I think. I think. If you one thing, I've had an argument recently with a girl that I was dating about. She thinks she has a large vagina,
Right.
and I'm not going to disagree.
Right, okay.
But I don't think it's particularly large. I've certainly been with women who have larger vaginas.
I think they all get
But I
large
think
if you're fucking them for long enough.
Yeah, but
they all loosen up to it.
at a certain point you got to
Shut
start.
up, Lily. You
At
don't.
a certain
sure.
point, no.
I
At a certain
know.
point, you got to think beyond that. You can't be just. You got to use positions. You got to think beyond
Sure.
just. You're not just laying a person down, putting her legs in the air, and fucking her. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to be putting the legs down. You got to tape. You got to duct tape her ankles to your ankles, and do the hostage.
I want to speak to. I want to speak to the lead about this. I said that all vaginas. There's big vaginas, there's small vaginas, but even small vaginas, if you're fucking a girl for a long amount of time, will turn into the shape of your cock and not feel as tight as it could because they evolved to the situation. And
During
Lil-
intercourse,
That's if
during
you
the same-
chainsaw fuck
yeah,
them.
during the same
Yeah,
intercourse.
yeah, that's true.
And you're saying that's not true.
No, well, I thought you meant that after fucking a girl several times or many times, then she's just gonna have a bigger vagina.
No, that's
forever.
not true. That's not true.
So I misunderstood.
How big is
you.
your vagina? Honestly.
It's small.
Is
No
it?
girl, no
I
girl,
would
no girl knows
imagine-
the truth. No girl knows the truth.
No. I would imagine just by looking at Lilith that she has a really tight vagina.
No.
You wouldn't think so?
No, I've done it. No, the thing is,
he was looking at someone else.
It means nothing. I used to joke about this the whole time. Sometimes I fucked a big girl that had a tight vagina.
Oh, I did. Definitely a lot of big girls.
and
like, look at
you
Machete.
can't tell from
if
looking
Machete
at-
had a vagina,
Are you
I
sure
would
it's
think
not
it's
their
a fucking
thighs?
tightest vagina in the world.
I dated a girl for many years, and I hate it now, so I can say this openly. Terry, you had a massive vagina. Now, the thing is about it, but it looked beautiful, and it looked very small. It was a beautiful looking one. But it
I had a
was-
girlfriend with a big. I fucked a girl one time.
But once you got into it, it looked small, but it was like the TARDIS from
in the
Doctor Who.
in the Quest Hotel in Potts Point in Sydney, I fucked a girl one time where I had to stop fucking her because
Oh, TJ's gone upstairs, by the way.
yeah, I was fucking her and I couldn't feel anything. Like her pussy was so big that there was no feeling.
From the beginning?
It was from the beginning. It was a sloppy mess of it was like fucking a giant glass of water.
Yeah, I've had those.
And
ones, yeah.
so I start fingering her then with like 2 fingers, and then I'm like 3, and then I'm 4,
Oh my
and then I'm
God.
5, and I got to be honest, I was terrified to go past the
Your
knuckle
knuckle.
because I have panic attacks, and I was afraid that my hand was going to go in and then get stuck on the way out.
Well,
Like,
that's ridiculous.
But that's a huge vagina.
this
you
was
know?
huge.
I mean, even the
my
one-
whole
What
fist
race
got
was
in her.
she, if you don't
But I've
mind me
never,
She was
I've
white.
never,
Oh.
I've never been with a girl.
I just said that she's white.
we're going to edit that down to you've never been with a girl.
Yeah, you keep it there. I've never been with a girl. Cock ring.
Chainsaw fuck.
But just, I've never been with a girl whose vagina is so big that it can't work out. You know, I mean that's the story.
What you
where
got to
it's
do is
like-
you got to push at an angle so it's sort of like you're rubbing over the top of
Have
it.
you
Or
ever
put some
have
fingers
you
in
ever-
there
Have you
also.
ever been able to fit a whole fucking hand in there?
just in a man's asshole. All right, I'll see you guys later. No, I don't think I've never
See
fully
you at Ojai.
fisted. Yeah, I've never fully fisted a girl.
Yeah, I did. It was terrifying. I looked in the mirror. There was a mirror behind the bed, and I looked at it, and I could see myself.
Well,
And
that's
I-
your first weird thing.
And I started giggling because it was like having a friend in
You
the
should
room.
see him wank.
You have?
He's the only guy that watches family videos instead of fucking porn. Oh, Eddie, you've worked out a long time. Look at how those abs have come in, big boy. It's going to be hard to
So you
clean off all these ripples.
so you made eye contact with yourself.
With myself, and then I like high five myself. Like I can't believe I've got my fist inside a woman right
How'd
now.
you high five? Did you smash her up into the window?
No, I used the other hand.
Actually, I just
Go
picture
left.
you just holding a woman like a popsicle and just smashing her into a mirror. Look at me and what I've done.
Can you come in a vagina that big?
Yes, I can.
Get over here.
Sometimes he'll answer that question if it hasn't even been asked. Yes, I have.
Not by putting my cock in. I just stand over
On
it and jerk
her.
off like it's a
That's-
bucket.
Exactly. That's
I
what
mean,
imagine
what's
you
the
I
funny
expected a
what's the
better laugh
funny
on that.
what's the
No
funniest
one.
thing that you
Nothing.
guys have ever
I'm gonna kill
done
myself.
when you ejaculate?
Well, this isn't funny, but regularly, and this is like at least once a month, I'll be laying on my back and I'll shoot a full load into my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, by accident, I'll just be coming and go, and then it'll just go boom, like a swish, like a basketball,
That's pretty
like a
funny.
3-pointer, boom, and it will go straight down and lodge in the back of my throat, and I'll be coughing, and I'll start laughing because I'm all by myself, and that happens at least once a
I
month.
mean, part of me wants to
no-
be there for that.
I've got nothing
Like
after that.
if you caught it on film, if you caught it on film,
How can you follow that? That's
There-
like he just did an hour and 15.
There
There's
was-
Dane.
there was another time when I was about 16. My brother Scott, who was on the podcast a little while ago, I don't normally do this. I'm normally lay on my back and have I normally put the laptop really high up on my chest is like my go-to.
You've explained this
Sure,
so,
but listen,
you've explained this so many
No,
times
but
that when people jerk off like this, they probably call it doing the Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
From my perspective, I don't see you looking at porn. I see you just kind of reviewing the news and writing in between strokes.
Pictures of Eddie. Anyway, so I normally I do that, or sometimes I'll have the computer just off to the side of me if it gets too hot for my chest, and that's when I get the mouth shots. But like my actual computer,
gotta put a towel over
my
your
actual
chest and put the computer on
is
top.
basically a screensaver from the back. Anyway, but before I had a computer, this is back in the day, and normally I was a wank on my chest, on my back, and read a magazine. I decided that these pictures that I had weren't doing it for me anymore because I had a very limited porn collection as a teenager. So what I did was I laid out all my favorite pictures on the floor, and I was on my knees like this. And I was masturbating with like 5 open magazines, which is like the original like Windows tabs. You know, like before people.
Do you do that on stage?
No, I've never
Oh my
done
God,
this on
that's so
stage.
funny.
Right?
Oh, that's unbelievable.
And so I'm masturbating.
That's tab browsing.
I'm masturbating, and my brother just comes in the room to tell me something. And I'm like just with these surrounded by magazines, cock in hand. And all I could say to him was, I normally do this differently.
Because that was his main thing.
Yeah, because that was the bit that I was most ashamed about.
Right, yeah.
That he'll have an image of me that my only way to wank is to be on my knees surrounded by porn.
I think the funniest thing that I ever did was I was with my sort of college girlfriend we dated for a really long time, and we trusted each other. So I thought it'd be really funny, and I did this. As I was about to come, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna come. It's happening. It's happening right now. And then right before I came, I jumped up, out of her, and then ran over to the wastebasket and just came directly into the trash. And I yelled, "This is where it belongs!" And that was it. And, she laughed pretty hard. And I knew, oh, we're in love. That's love.
Maybe my weirdest thing, which doesn't come close to yours, and no one's will ever come close to yours.
Certainly not laughing at yourself with your own cum in your throat.
No, I don't know how you.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Why do we have to follow you?
I mean, you know
when
what I
you
mean.
say
You know
when
what I
you
mean.
say something like that,
Like
you're like,
the-
when you ask a question, Jim, and you go, "Hey, where's the weirdest play? What's the funniest thing you've ever done?" Let everybody else tell their story, then go when you have something like that, because no one can follow you shooting a.
But what
fucking-
else would you do but
a
laugh?
load that went MIA into your throat, and then you gurgle it and giggle.
No,
It's
but the
only,
thing
it's
is,
only
you-
MIA for a couple seconds.
You
though.
got
Then they
to
find out
laugh.
exactly
like,
where it's in
like it
action.
goes like this. It goes jink jink boom. Like that, right?
Just did this. Jesse's eyes lit up.
You
When
know
you
what the
did that.
saddest thing about that is? Next time I ejaculate, I'm going to hear that whole string of sounds.
It was like, what was that movie where they had the
Probably where I got
somebody,
nodules.
whenever somebody would get shot, it would go to cartoon, and they would show how the bullet got lodged. It was like what was that?
It was Yogi Bear.
No,
Okay, first off limits. Not funny. You can be an
I'm
artist,
sorry.
but you can't be a critic,
sorry
sister.
sorry for being a critic.
Take it to the bank.
Look, I tell you what, I'm not as rich as Dane, but I'll take you out for like one of those street massages like that they do on the boardwalk, just in a chair,
$35
you're gonna have to
massage.
bring the AV squad.
and
too.
we can play ping pong.
Yeah, I'll take it.
My story is one time a comedian that we all know, who I can't mention because he would fucking lose his shit if I told this story and he knew it. But let's
Yeah,
just say
it's like how I have a friend who has herpes.
let's just say he's a born again Christian. And
I don't have herpes.
so he is a born again Christian, and we take these 2 girls home from a show one night, and we go back to his place. He lives in.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
You do know.
Yeah,
And we go to his studio.
I don't, listeners.
We go to his studio apartment.
Lewis Black,
He is a perv.
We go
born
to his,
again Christian.
we go to his studio apartment, and we tell these girls, we're like kind of getting them drunk, and we go, why don't we have a contest? See which one of you who can get us a hard on quicker. So you guys, you go with him and you go with me, and we're lying there, and he's on the floor with his girl, and I'm actually in his bed with my girl, and the girls are just like jerking us off, racing to see who can get the cum out of us faster. And
It's not. But see, that's the thing is that's a race between you and the guy, not the 2 girls.
but we tricked the girls into
Yeah, I know,
thinking
I know,
it was
I know.
them.
Yeah.
So we're going,
That's
go,
true.
go, go. And I'm
These
like,
girls are stupid.
so I'm coaching the girl.
But competitive.
And I go to the girl.
And bitchy.
I go, it's not cheating if you blow me. It's not.
You're giving your tips.
So the girls start talking, and all of a sudden, and he's like 10 feet away from me, and all of a sudden I come and I just go, ding, ding.
That's amazing. Because I like that. I like any sound that doesn't. Like one time I ejaculated and I went, peen. That's it. I like that.
What does peen mean?
Nothing.
Just a fun noise.
Just
to
a
make.
different noise. Just like ding ding. I win.
I had a girl one time. She was jerking me up.
I don't
and
think
she-
I've ever finished sex without apologizing.
Is that true?
Yeah, I
Really?
don't think it's my go-to. It's like how my dad gets off the phone. He goes, "Bye, now bye." Like he has to say it the same way. I will come on your face and then go, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. You all right? Do you want some water?"
Really? But see, that's why you're
You
a
should.
sensitive guy.
I go, "You want some
Show
water?"
that at the very end. People don't know that. At the very end of all of it, you're like, "Can I get you a towel or anything?"
Yeah, I'm a towel guy.
There was a girl.
You give them an expectant mother massage because they sort of are expecting.
And then
to
I
be
play
mothers.
doubles tennis, but I only make them stand as a single on their own. I say, "It's because you're pregnant."
There's a girl that lives in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. That
Oh, she must get a lot of work if she's the only one.
and she is no, she like people might know this. I don't know her name, but I hooked up with her and she was talking dirty to me while she was jerking me off, but it wasn't good dirty. It was like condescending dirty.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was going like, "Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Oh, I've had that
You
one,
can
yeah.
do it." And it was so
Like a little engine that could.
yeah.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I finally came, and as soon as I did, it's already a shameful experience. She goes, "That's a good boy."
No, is that true?
And
That's amazing.
I just crawled under the covers. But for then on, like, we would see her out, and we'd be in the bars, and all my friends would be like, as soon as they'd see her, "That's a good boy." So one of my friends then proceeded to, like, hook up with her one night, and he took her upstairs in his house, and we all climbed on the roof to watch. And everybody's on the roof just whispering, "That's a good boy," while he was doing
It's such a puppy thing, It's like a weird
I
dog.
had a girl that started calling me daddy during it, like really going, "Fuck me, daddy. Come on, daddy."
Like it was clearly her dad. She was
Yeah,
thinking that,
like daddy, daddy, daddy. And the thing was, that really upset me was at the beginning I was like, don't say that. And then like towards the end, I was like, the next girl I fucked, I go, "Can you call me daddy?" Like I've got it out of my system, but I was ashamed of myself afterwards.
Do you remember when we talked dirty over Lilith's phone?
Yeah, how did that come out?
That was awesome.
I had to block that.
Lilith was having some dude. She didn't know who it was. She didn't know the number, and he was like trying to have text sex with her. So Jim and I took over her phone and started writing to the guy and having text sex.
Do we
with
still
him.
have that phone and that text message conversation in your phone? Can we read out what the other conversation was?
Fucking amazing. But at one point we had him, who we thought was a him, say, "Call me your naughty daughter."
Oh my god!
Say you want to fuck your naughty daughter.
And did he do it?
Of course. So he did it, and then we find out it's a lesbian that Lilith met in a bar.
I mean, Lily.
Hey,
Actually, I didn't confirm it. I don't know if it was her.
You did?
Do you have a microphone, Elite?
Lily, yeah.
Hello.
I know.
Yeah, welcome to show business. Lily, you said you were going to have a lot of sex in Vegas. We're running this pool on how many people are having sex. I know Jason's not with us, but there has been confirmation that he is having sex with someone. We're not allowed to disclose who it is because lives are involved, right? You know how he says things like that?
No, do not make this public knowledge.
Because people's
Why is everyone looking at me? I'm not fucking
No, but
Jason.
you know how he always does it? Because people's lives are
You know what I
involved.
like? If we told Jesse what's going on, he would say it on the air because he doesn't give a fuck. He's not afraid of Jason like we are.
No, I'm not going to say because I respect that I won't say the
But
situation.
he didn't say it to you.
Oh, you can. It's up to you.
No, I'll
Eddie.
just tell Jesse, and then Jesse will tell it.
Next
Guys, let's
episode.
do it this
Have
way.
you got it, Lily?
You tell me.
Because we're
Yeah,
running
I
it.
do have it.
All right, I'm going to read this out. This is
Really
because.
long because
Oh yeah, but we'll read it out.
load earlier messages. Press
Okay.
You got to load earlier
then
messages.
I kind of snap back at him, her, whatever.
You guys, this really is just kind of hanging out and talking shit. I love that about it.
So
It's a
TJ,
really well-named.
Okay, so it started off with, FYI, I have a girlfriend and I can have all the phone sex I want. That's what that girl
This
said.
is what I get.
And then we wrote, "Hi, who is this? I want to know who I'm going to have phone sex with." And the person wrote back, "Oh, it's me." Oh,
Always a hilarious
And then
thing
we
to say.
decided, well, we're not going to get it out of it. We might as well go for it. So me and Eddie started with, "Oh, I know who!" Exclamation mark. "I'd love you to fuck my ass." That's what Lilith's first endeavor into phone sex. Like, didn't start like
I
I
love
wish.
that. I don't know. Who is this? It's me. Okay, fuck my ass. ASAP.
But then this person's not very good. They wrote
Wouldn't
back.
you, TJ?
They wrote back, "I will fuck you fast." And I'm thinking, is this like someone who's just learnt English? You know what I mean? And so we wrote back, "I really want it slow in my ass because it's tight, but then I need your meat in my mouth when you spray." And then the person wrote back, "I'm in your ass."
Currently.
And then
Says currently.
That's
and
it.
then Lilith wrote back, I like golden showers. Will you piss on me while choking me?
Wait,
the
that's your
half
fuck
true.
me in the ass.
Yeah.
That's your move to like, hey, let's talk about pissing.
I think Lily wrote that herself.
And then this person just wrote back, oh. And we wrote back, what, is that too much for you? No, I'm fucking horny for you. I'm fingering my ass right now. Tell me in detail what you would do to me. Lick your ass, eat your pussy out. This person's hopeless. Lick your ass, eat your pussy out. I want to see how hard your cock is. Send me a pic, because that's obviously where we were always going in this
right.
thing.
Well, you were.
Yeah.
Specifically, Jim was like, all right, get to the dick.
It's so,
I want to see where this guy would be in the orgy.
it's so hard, I'm playing with myself. You know what? You're fucking shit at this. My pussy just dried up. That's what we wrote back.
I mean,
I want cock.
I wrote that.
And then, because I think I
to a
wrote
different person.
this. And so then this,
That was a mass text.
then this person wrote back, I'm putting my dick deep. I'm putting my dick in your pussy deep. And then this is the one that I sent. I cut straight to it. Call me your daughter. Right? And then it says,
Because daughter is such a gross word.
and then it said,
Don't call me daughter.
Then this person wrote back, it's all yours. No! Exclamation mark. Call me, in inverted commas, your slutty daughter. Oh. No, say it! Exclamation mark.
Wait, so they said, oh?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Wait,
I love that text. It's like, let me take a moment here. Oh?
And then we wrote, no, say it! Exclamation mark. And then they wrote back, you're my daughter. And then we went, no!
We verbally
We
raped
went,
them into
and
it.
we went, no! Say, you're my slutty daughter. And then the person went, you are my slutty daughter.
Because what else were they going to do?
Say oh.
Yeah, and then, how would you like me to dress, Daddy? And this person's written back, sexy. And then, this is when this girl
You can
realized.
tell by the one-word responses that she's starting not to be into it. Oh.
This is when we still thought we were talking to a man, and then Lalit goes, I met a girl in Vegas that I gave her, and she was like this, right? Should I call you Lisa? Question mark. And then it was like, okay. Have you always been gay or bisexual? No. And then we wrote, just gay. They go, is this Lisa, right?
Because we went on the internet and tried to find her. And we think we
Is
found
this Lisa, right? No. Did I meet you at a gay bar? Question mark. Yes. So it's not even a lesbian that she fucking thought. It was a different one that she gave the number
I
to.
mean, you're really getting into it out there.
This is where we gave up on the phone. These are the texts that she's been having since.
Let's hear them. Let's hear them. Let's hear
It
them.
was stuck.
The next one is, call me your dirty daughter.
Yeah. You are
Now
from
that
you
I'm
are from Deerfield. I think so. Yes, the person said. I thought I was talking to a man at first. Oh, sorry. I'd much prefer a woman though. I'm a dirty girl.
Wow. Lily.
I did not say that.
That's what the lead said. I'm
I
not-
didn't say that. That's
Whoa.
That does say
No,
that.
wait, but what's her response? That's even better.
Lily, that does say that.
That's cool.
I love that. I am a dirty girl, though. That's cool.
Can I see your pussy? Yes. This is not
Eddie,
me
this
and
is
me.
Eddie.
No,
Me and
this
Eddie.
isn't me.
I would never go to.
Lily,
see your
it's a
pussy.
different date. It's a different date.
Everything's spelt
It's
right.
got a date stamp.
So can I see your pussy? Yes. Do you shave it all off? See, me and Eddie were going for call me your slutty daughter, piss on me, rape my ass. We never would go back to can you shave your
Okay,
pussy?
now it's time
This
for me to
happened
come
at this
forth
house.
with
I
the
took a
fact
different approach with someone.
that I'm the other person.
You're
Okay.
Lisa.
Okay, do you shave it all off? Sometimes. Send me a pic of your pussy, please, now. I'm bouncing off the walls.
I would never say bouncing off.
First of
Yes,
all,
you
No,
did,
this is
Eddie.
Lily.
no, but no one
not
should say
me.
bouncing off the walls.
I don't
Me and
bounce.
Eddie
Would say
go
that.
for bouncing off the walls.
No, you'd say something
No, I
about
want to.
pissing off the
I want to
walls.
throw a glass of her period blood in her face.
Have you been fingering yourself this whole time? I can't send pictures on my phone. Yes. Please, are we Facebook friends? I really want to look a picture while I touch my clit. I don't have Facebook, so can you email me a photo? I'll send you one first.
That
I want to hear you mean. What? Oh, I meant to say I want to hear you moan.
I want to hear you mean. All right, you stupid bitch. Go fuck yourself.
I need to see you. The computer is broken. I know. I'm starting not to believe it's you. It's true. My computer is broke.
That's bullshit. I know that from the past.
I'm fingering my pussy now. So who is this? Lisa. It's Lisa. How big is it? Want to have phone sex? FYI, I don't need to have my friends that I don't have to have my... You read that bit. I'm getting...
It says, FYI, I don't
This
need...
is the other
I don't...
person's-
It's wrong. I don't need... I have my friends that I can have sex with, and you are a slutty hoe nigga. You don't know.
What?
And go fuck yourself, loser. Lose my number, please, and never text me anymore. Thank you.
Who's that?
And then,
This is the other
and then
person.
Lalit wrote, I don't know who you are. Good. I'm so horny for you. This was
What?
another day.
This
This
is
is 4 days
over?
later.
Yes.
It's
This
4
is
days
it.
later. It
I'm
starts
sorry.
again.
I'm so horny for you.
She's been fingering herself the whole time.
Yeah, that's a long...
Lalit gets her back. Wish I could say the same. Person I've never slept with. Then she says, I know. You must be a foreigner. Your spelling is horrendous. Why are you criticizing her spelling?
Hey, you can't be an artist if you're doing that.
Yeah, seriously. She says, I know. You're pretty boring and autistic. Coming from a therapist, you're accusing
yes.
somebody of being autistic. Yes. And then they write, I want to hear you moan. Another
Again?
day. Yeah, you're autistic. Oh, don't you mean I know? Yes. Why did you text me? I thought I was a dirty hoe nigga. That was a late
was
wrote.
me.
And then they
That's pretty
wrote,
accurate.
that was my friend said that to me. Not me. I'm nice to people. I'm sorry. I will be more nice to you. Please give me one more chance. I want to be friends with you again. You are smart.
Now it degrades to just the
I guess-
saddest
I gue-
person.
I
Yeah,
guess
that's
I've-
just like message after message.
I guess
after
I'm
message.
fine a person to have phone sex with. I'm very sorry for being mean to you. Want to have phone sex? Do you think the world is going to end in 2012? This is Jason.
Hold on.
This is
We should get her on the
Jason.
show. This is
End of
Jason.
story.
Hi, sexy. Is your pussy wet? My dick is hard for your sweet,
No,
soft
it
pussy,
is a man.
baby.
It is a man. It was never Lisa.
I want to suck.
It was
your
a
big
man the whole
boobs.
time we were talking to.
Of course it was. Only a man would be like, hey, please, seriously, let's have sex. Also, hey, do you think the world's going to end in 2012? Like, how ridiculous is that?
Whoa. He said, it's me, Joey, your friend. You're hot. Joey who? Joey Fendrich. Where did I meet you? Oh, the...
Get onto Facebook, Joey Friendrich.
No,
This is who we got to
already
see.
tried. It didn't work.
You've already
So
tried.
here's the deal, Joey. Quit fucking talking about your pussy and also about the end of the world.
Wow, this guy has not fucking given up on you.
No.
He loves you.
Thanks, guys.
You know why? Because here's the thing. You were game for a while, but he wasn't truthful with you.
Wait,
Jim and Eddie were
You
game
know
for
what's
him.
great?
I
You
said-
never explained that wasn't you in your text.
Uh-oh.
You
did.
never once said.
I
Uh-oh.
think I did.
Uh-oh. Lalit explains
I did.
what was going on,
I was like, leave me alone.
and
I was
this is
desperate.
what the person wrote.
No.
Your friends are meat, and I don't need you. I have real friends. FYI, I'm not gay. I love pussy. I'm straight. Hey, drug addict. This is what Lalit wrote. I'm filing a stalking report with the police on you. Stop texting me, freak.
Holy shit.
I'm not a drug addict, all that. I don't do drugs. FYI, I don't stoke people. Dumb, and why I have to... Wait. But he wrote something about coming after your friends. Your friends are mean. That's not nice to do to a person. God will do something bad to you and your bitch friends.
That's what I always do. I
Jason.
always forsake people using God against their bitch friends.
Yeah. Who says that God doesn't like a good practical joke where
I think the thing that I've learned the most on this episode.
He's always laughing.
Is this
Is-
the part of the show where we talk about what we've all learned?
Well, it's the part where I do. I've had 5 Coronas. I feel like, we've learned that orgies sometimes end with Jim Jeffrey saying, everybody out, I want to have a solo wank.
then I had a bit of cum in my throat.
We've learned that, yeah, right, as you're giggling, we've learned that Eddie looks into the mirror and will high-five himself while a woman is around his fist. We've learned that phone sexting doesn't always turn out great. It ends up with a stalking report.
Can you stop being a critic?
We've learned that artists can't be critics and critics can't be artists, but you can be both.
Yeah. It's like firemen and policemen.
And we learned that no matter how many times I talk about having sex with a woman or having a girlfriend or cock rings, Jim Jeffries still feels that I'm a homosexual. And that he doesn't understand why I use condoms.
But before we go, one last thing, Lily.
I have one thing too that I just have to mention.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Your mugshot is amazing.
Where'd you get arrested?
It's the best mugshot ever.
Thanks, man.
Where'd you get arrested?
In Indiana.
What'd you do?
It was a suspected DUI, but the guy, here's what happened. He pulls me over. He goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, I was
Google TJ Miller mugshot.
I was in a
Keep
I
it
was in a
on,
bar.
don't move it.
He goes, "Have you been drinking?" And I go, "I had a couple of drinks at the club because they pay you in drinks." He goes, "Oh yeah, so you're a comedian. Have you been in anything that I would have known?" And at this point I was like, "Cloverfield and Carpoolers." He's like, "Oh, Cloverfield, I've seen that." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "So you're pretty well known, huh?" And I go, "I don't think so, but I guess," like trying to buddy up to him. And he said, "Step out of the car." And then they took me to the police station. I did that mugshot for fun. And then, but he did a breathalyzer and it didn't work. And then he took me in to get blood work. And it was all bullshit because the next morning, I never got the DUI, but the next morning in the paper, it said, like, Officer Richardson, whatever the fuck his name was, arrested known comedian and star of Cloverfield and the ABC sitcom Carpoolers. And it says, on a suspicion of a DUI, and I swear to God, the last line in the blurb in the paper was, his website says that he recently got back from Cleveland and he'll be touring in Wyoming. So the end of my write-up in the paper about my arrest was a show plug. And I love the idea that somebody was like, I'll go check that out.
Were you not drunk?
No.
Oh, so they wouldn't have gotten you.
I've been drinking, but no, I wasn't drunk.
I just love, like, if I get pulled over for a DUI, my mugshot is going to be me shitting my pants, and that you were able to just fucking pull it off. And
Well, I was trying
he's
to charm.
smiling.
I
He
was
looks
trying
like
to.
the
I was trying to
Joker.
charm the people taking the picture. Perez Hilton wrote "special" on my forehead. Remember when he was relevant?
You know what I love about Perez Hilton? He now like fucking heads up an anti-bullying campaign.
Oh yeah.
He's a fucking
After
bully.
all he did was
douche.
drop penises in
you know
people's
what?
mouths.
Here's what it was. He bit the dick that fed him. And then now he's like, "Oh no, it's so awful to be." He was the worst of all. He's people are bullying all these gay guys. He was like the gay Mussolini, but worse dressed. You heard it here, Perez.
He is
Yeah,
he is a bully.
I have a feeling he listens.
Yeah.
He probably does.
No, he doesn't.
Why wouldn't he?
Because
I heard he's really good friends with the Apple sisters.
Thanks, Jim.
he's busy listening to the Apple. You only have so much podcasting time a month or week.
I listen to just podcasts. I listen to that movie one where they talk about bad movies. I don't mind that one.
How did this get made?
Yeah, but I don't.
Paul Scheer.
And I listen to the how things are done or whatever. How things work. I listen to that one. I like how things
You don't
work.
listen to it too closely because you think it's called How Things Are Done. How Things Get Done by Jim Jeffries.
I listen to Freakonomics.
But I
like the
don't listen
Freakonomics
to the
one.
comedians ones. I listen to the Ricky Gervais if he brings out a new one because I like the Carl Pilkington thing. But apart from that, I don't listen to any other comedians.
Have you listened to the Moncast yet?
I haven't, no. Is it good?
The Moncast has its moments that it's really funny.
It's
and I haven't listened to the Brian McCarthy interview show yet, but I will, Brian. Brian calls me every day to check on me.
See, I don't know if the Brian show will work because Brian should just be interviewed.
Yeah.
I don't want Brian talking. I want people talking to Brian, not Brian talking to people.
I'm doing a podcast with Cash Levy. You guys know
I know
him?
Cash very well.
And he's great. And the concept is it's called Cashing In with TJ Miller. And it's an interview show where he's the host, but he can't get any other guests. Like no one wants to go on it, so I just keep going on. So every week he's like, "So glad to have you back." And I'm like, "Thanks for having me."
I like Cash. Does Cash still live down in
Hermosa
Porto,
Beach, yeah.
Manhattan area?
Yeah, Manhattan Beach is right.
Because he always wants me to go surfing, and I
So,
can't go.
so Jesse, what do you think of the Moncast? You think it's coming along? What is the dynamic? Who runs the thing?
We all contribute.
Do you do the you like who's the Eddie and who's the Jim in the whole thing? Like who Because Eddie sort of runs this show, but I just pipe in every now and again and tell a story about coming
Farside's
on my
told some
face.
pretty great stories so far. I would have to give him a good pat on the back. He's told some pretty. He was in a hot tub with 6 dudes. And one girl.
Why were you in a hot tub with 6 dudes?
Well,
and one
we
girl?
tell it on the
Playing spin the
Moncast.
bottle.
I know, but just the gist of it. But there was only one girl,
Yeah.
and you were in the hot tub, so I assume the water was overflowing.
Was that just the cock blocking Olympics? Like 6 guys just not giving up till one of them got the girl?
Oh yeah.
And so every guy there was like, I'll fucking wait
there
you
were there were 2 guys who were really trying to get at it, and the rest of them were just along for the ride, like trying to like get it if they can.
Was
But they-
was she hot or
Yeah, she was fairly
did
attractive.
she have 2 dragons fucking on her back?
No, unfortunately, no.
So you have to listen. To
It
what
wasn't
he
a,
says.
it wasn't a tattoo,
That
but it
was-
was literally 2 dragons
My sister has 2 dragons fucking on her back. It's
at all times.
no, but
All times.
Truer words have never been spoken.
the most recent Moncast, which probably dropped by now, I don't know, but
dropped? Did it drop?
it dropped. But no, I got to talk about my first attempt at threesome, so I was very excited.
And
about
what
that.
happened? Was it 2 girls?
2 guys, 1 girl.
2
I was down,
I
he
thought you were gonna
wasn't.
say it was 2 guys and me. Big fucking deal.
2 guys, 1 cup.
I love that dragon
and how,
ass.
How did you know the one girl? How did you know the one girl?
She goes to the school I graduated from.
She's my sister.
And what did she look like?
2 dragons
She's
on her back.
she's actually Australian.
Like a Cinnabon?
She looks like a Cinnabon.
Was that a response to them being Australian? What do they look like? She's Australian. Oh, so like a Cinnabon.
No, but I mean, like, I assume she's a fat girl covered in cum.
No,
That's what I said. No, no.
no,
okay.
she's fairly.
I like that
attractive.
that's what you see when you look at a Cinnabon. Like, look at that porker. What a weird thing.
I love Cinnabons, but you can only have like 1 a year. They're the size of a Big Mac. I mean,
You know when you're
fucking massive.
fucking a Cinnabon and you're looking at a.
I'd fuck a Cinnabon.
And you're high-fiving yourself in the
What
mirror.
is it
If I,
with
was gonna
Cinnabon?
if I was gonna fuck a piece of food, I would fuck a Cinnabon over. Machete was just agreeing with me completely.
Now,
Like,
what
I-
did the other guy look like in the threesome? Did he have a good physique?
You guys know him actually.
All right, well, let's talk about
Well,
his
I-
name.
it's-
What's his name then?
Oh, he was the
well,
guy
if we
that-
all know
he
him,
was
then who
the
is
guy
he?
who's-
Dane Cook. It was Dane Cook.
No.
If I was in a threesome
Stop
with
being a
Dane-
critic.
It's the guy who I borrow his car to get here every week.
The bearded guy.
Yeah, the beard
Chris?
guy.
Right.
Chris.
Chris?
I used his name.
Lalit
I fucked
said
up and I used his name.
Lalit said she would fuck him.
No, I didn't.
And
I said I'd fuck
Well-
Farside.
Would you fuck TJ here?
I had sex with a tomato
Yes, I
once.
would.
All right, let's
I
play.
had
And
sex.
your-
Listen,
and
listen to me,
your cock ring.
Jim. I had sex with a tomato.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it like?
I was in middle school, and a friend of mine said, you got to cut a hole in a tomato and have sex with it. It feels exactly like a vagina, which I'm positive now he had no idea. But I believed him because I wanted to know what it was like to make love to a woman, and so I went into my refrigerator.
And you got an
I
erection
got-
for that, didn't you, you fag?
Fruit, not fag. Fruit, not fag, Jim. I went and I got a tomato and I cut a hole in it, and I had sex with it, and then I immediately realized that he never told me that it should not be refrigerated because it was so cold.
Right.
And the seeds go right in your urethra. That's true.
I was wondering the acidity of the tomato. Would that
This
give you
didn't
the
affect me.
worst
It was more the
urinary
seeds
tract
and the
infection?
coldness.
There's so many other fruits I would have gone for first.
But either way, a vagina is
All
never
right, let's
that
go around
cold.
the room.
But
I don't know
did
if
you
you were going to
keep
do
fucking
this.
it?
I think you were going to say
What?
who would
Did
fuck
you keep
Lalit.
fucking it?
Nah.
Let's
I
talk about
stopped.
what
no,
food you would fuck.
No, we have to. We just want to quickly because the lead just said that she, pink, drink or stink.
Oh.
The 3 guests.
Yeah, the 3 of us. Pink,
This is like which hole does she want us all in an
pink
orgy?
drink or stink.
I mean, can I have another beer before we go into this one?
We're not going to do it.
Okay, so this group, because normally we throw Jason in the mix and that puts
Yeah.
you off the situation.
It does.
But I think you'd enjoy all 3 of
Skews
us.
it a little. I would actually. I think I'm gonna go. This is hard.
What is this? Pink drink or stink?
Yeah.
Mouth, ass, or vagina, pink, drink or
Where
stink.
is she taking our 3 cocks?
Yeah.
Oh.
You just said that like boring.
No. I said it like
Well,
the
okay.
response from
I'd-
Lisa to call me your daughter.
I'd have
Oh.
TJ. TJ, you would get the pink.
Yay!
Jim
What
got
luck?
the pink last time,
Yeah.
and then I wouldn't mind having him.
I don't know if you want to go there after I've been
Wait a minute. The mouth is where you usually take Jason. Why am I getting in the mouth?
How did you know?
Why?
So you can high five yourself later.
Yeah, there you go. She's the
You know what?
High five Jim.
You know what's
Oh, yeah.
nice though, because I'll be in your ass.
Yeah.
TJ's in. So I'll be rubbing balls with TJ.
Yeah, but see, that's the part that I'm worried about.
Don't worry, I'm
And Jim's just like, whatever. I'm take it or leave it. This is my orgy.
That's right, but I'm standing over both of you defecating on you.
That's a weird way to get a blowjob.
It's the only way I come.
Well, I want to say thank you very much. I know a lot of people don't act like this after this game, but thank you for choosing me for the pink. I appreciate that, and I just want you to know
I
I'll be
wanted
really
the ass.
respectful. And the whole time I'll be kind of wondering why Jim's balls are so scratchy.
Well, what we'll do is I'll lay on my back. We'll have her go on my cock like that, and I'll pull her legs back so that my balls are sitting down, and then you fuck her that way.
As long as your balls
right?
are sitting
Now,
down.
The only problem
Wait a minute.
is because my head will be here.
My
And
asshole's
her head's going to be there, so Eddie's going to be squatting in like that. That's my biggest fear.
and I'm gonna take your
But
I'm gonna take your Metamucil before I do it.
And
I
just-
think that's the best for
And
everyone.
just that guy with the cocaine is in the corner like, I don't know. I can't get it up. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. It's
And
not
I'm giving him a
nerves.
hand job.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Would you really do that,
No,
Lily?
she wouldn't. She's just all talk. She was in Miami this week. A couple offered her a threesome and she turned it down.
Because the dude was ugly. I'm not going to
you're all talk,
Short,
Lily.
ugly dude.
You're all talk. And not
You'll
only that,
you'll fuck a tall, ugly dude.
I met a dude.
Or a short, handsome fellow.
I met a dude the other day that surfing.
or
I'm
a
out in the-
pale Australian guy?
I'm
right?
out-
I'll throw that in.
I was surfing and this dude goes, "Oh, you have that podcast talking shit." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, I've listened to it." He goes, "I know Ernie," and I'm like, "How do you know Ernie?" "Oh, I used to work with him at Trader Joe's." And he goes, "This shouldn't go in." And he goes, "Yeah, I went on a date with Lilith." And I go, "What the fuck was that like?" And he goes, "Just, she's a hot girl, but." And I go, "She's fucking weird, isn't she?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, because you think you'd want to fuck her, but then there'd just be too much drama and trouble.
Trouble.
You know, what we did was we watched this movie called 9 Songs, which is pretty much a porn because it's a couple having sex the entire time, and they go to concerts.
And then
after each concert, it's
So
amazing.
why didn't you fuck then?
Should have seen Star
I
Wars.
couldn't get it up. I don't know.
Because none of the
Don't put
Because
because none of the
I don't want
songs
that.
were songs of her heart.
All right, let's say goodbye to everyone.
a cock tease,
TJ,
Lee.
do you have anything you want to
I
plug?
just want it to be special.
I mean, having no idea exactly when this is going to happen, I would say follow me on Twitter at not TJ Miller because at TJ Miller is taken by a woman in central Pennsylvania has tweeted 6 times since 2007.
We can take care of her.
TJ
what
Miller
is the
does
T-
not have a website.
What does TJ
.com.
stand for?
Todd Joseph.
That's not too bad, is it?
Could be better.
Not good enough.
Todd Miller's not a bad name.
Yeah, not great though. Todd Barry's better. And then and on TJ
Not-
Miller,
not being Todd
I have
Barry.
just Google.
I got to tell you, the Todd Barry coming out gay thing. I thought we were talking about. Todd Glass. I thought it was Todd Barry.
Todd Barry is so not gay.
So to Todd Barry, I'm sorry for thinking you're gay.
Todd Barry is certainly not gay.
Isn't he? He seems a little
Nope,
No, he's
nope.
looking for pussy.
No, he's on the hunt.
because he's had the plugs done.
Yeah, all around town.
Has he?
That's what I heard.
Todd Barry?
I don't know about the plugs, but he's plugging pussy.
I think you're thinking about somebody else.
and I'm
Which
talking
one's-
shit.
Todd Barry's the one off the wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Why has he become such a hound all of a sudden? Why is everyone?
He's always been. a
Yeah,
hound.
he's always
He
a-
just keeps it on the down low.
I heard his pickup line. Some girl told me one time he just came up to her and he goes, "Hi, can I follow you home?"
She was like, absolutely not.
All right. So thanks for listening. Yeah.
You guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for being here and thanks for doing a double episode.
You guys are
And,
great.
do everything you got to do and go fuck yourself.
That's it. That's about right. Jim Jeffries is already jacking off.
Talking shit.